There is a problem hiding in plain sight every time you pull up to a gas station and fill your tank. You are not buying energy. You are buying waste. Of every dollar worth of gasoline burned inside a conventional engine, roughly 75 cents vanishes as heat before it ever moves the car an inch forward. Then the vehicle loses another massive chunk of whatever remains just fighting the wall of air in front of it at highway speeds. The transportation system most of the world depends on every single day is, at its core, a spectacularly inefficient machine. That inefficiency has been accepted for so long that almost nobody questions it anymore. A small team in Southern California decided to question everything. That question started with a computer simulation. Engineers were modeling the shapes of different vehicles and calculating exactly where energy was being lost. The deeper they looked, the more one idea kept surfacing with undeniable force. What would actually happen if you engineered aerodynamic drag down to nearly zero? Not reduced it, not improved it. Eliminated it as completely as physics would allow. That single question became the founding obsession of the company, and it never let go. Everything built since that moment has been an answer to it. The vehicle that emerged from that obsession is unlike anything currently on any road in the world. It was not designed by starting with what cars look like and then making improvements. It was designed by starting with the laws of physics and working forward. The result is a three-wheeled solar-electric vehicle so aerodynamically refined that it barely disturbs the air it moves through. Every curve, every surface, every angle exists for a specific energy reason. Nothing was added for styling. Everything earns its place by reducing resistance and saving energy. That obsession with efficiency created something genuinely remarkable in terms of range. The vehicle is designed to travel up to 400 miles on a single charge. What makes that number extraordinary is the battery pack required to achieve it. Because the vehicle uses roughly a quarter of the energy per mile compared to a conventional electric vehicle, the battery needed to reach 400 miles is dramatically smaller and dramatically cheaper than what competitors must install. Efficiency does not just improve the driving experience, it restructures the entire economics of the vehicle from the ground up. The smaller battery needed is also what makes solar integration not just possible, but genuinely practical. Every other electric vehicle on the market requires so much energy per mile that solar panels could never realistically keep pace with daily driving needs. The math simply does not work at conventional efficiency levels. But when a vehicle uses so little energy that a modest solar array can actually cover meaningful distance every day, the entire relationship between a car and the sun changes completely. Solar stops being a novelty and becomes a real energy source. The solar system integrated into the vehicle covers the hood, dashboard, roof, and rear tail section. Together, those panels produce around 800 watts of power under good sunlight conditions. That translates to roughly 40 miles of free driving range generated every single day the vehicle sits in the sun. The average driver in the United States covers around 30 to 31 miles per day. That means for the majority of drivers in reasonably sunny locations, simply parking the vehicle outside is enough to cover all daily driving without ever touching a charger or visiting a gas station. In the sunniest regions of the country, that advantage compounds dramatically over time. Over the course of a full year, a driver could accumulate more than 10,000 miles of completely free driving powered entirely by sunlight hitting the roof. That is not a marketing projection built on ideal laboratory conditions. It is a calculation based on real solar irradiance data for Sunbelt locations across the United States. The freedom that number represents is genuinely difficult to overstate. No fuel costs, no charging stops, no anxiety about where the next plug is located. The vision Chris Anthony describes is deeply personal alongside being technically ambitious. He talks about wanting his children to grow up in a world where they never know what it feels like to pump gas, where clean and efficient transportation is simply normal, where the cost of moving from one place to another does not depend on the price of oil set by markets on the other side of the world. That kind of personal conviction running underneath the engineering decisions gives the company a clarity of purpose that purely commercial ventures rarely carry with the same intensity. Safety was one of the first concerns raised publicly when people saw the vehicle's unconventional shape for the first time. The response from the engineering team was to go further on safety than conventional vehicles typically do. The body structure is built from carbon fiber composite materials more closely related to Formula One racing construction than traditional automotive stamping. 6 key structural components make up the entire body: a bottom tub, a top spider, a cowl, a roll hoop, and 2 body sides. That simplicity is not a compromise. When tested, the body structure recorded the highest roof crush strength of any passenger car currently on the road. The low center of gravity created by mounting the battery pack in the belly of the vehicle contributes directly to handling stability and rollover resistance. 0 to 60 acceleration comes in around 5 seconds. Top speed reaches 100 miles per hour. The vehicle is equipped with frontal crumple zones, side impact beams, airbags, and auto-ratcheting safety belts. The architecture that looks so radical from the outside is quietly meeting and exceeding the safety benchmarks set by vehicles that have had decades to refine their conventional designs. Driving the vehicle, according to everyone who has spent time behind the wheel, feels completely natural despite the dramatic visual departure from familiar car shapes. It is smooth. It is quiet. It is responsive in exactly the ways a well-engineered electric vehicle should be. There is genuine headroom and legroom inside. A panoramic windshield opens the forward view dramatically. The cargo area in the rear is more spacious than the exterior silhouette suggests. Wide enough for serious practical use, including camping, surfing equipment, mountain bikes, and genuine utility trips. The manufacturing strategy was built around the same efficiency principles applied to the vehicle itself. The facility in Carlsbad, California covers less than 100,000 square feet. Within that relatively compact space, the team has built a 14-station assembly line capable of producing more than 20,000 vehicles per year at full rate. The 6-component body structure is the foundation of that manufacturing simplicity. Every part is hand-positionable. The entire body structure weighs less than 100 pounds. Capital-efficient tooling makes meaningful production volumes achievable without the billions in factory investment traditional automakers require. The first production vehicle recently drove off the validation assembly line in Carlsbad. That moment, captured on video and shared with the company's massive community following, represented a genuine milestone after years of engineering work. The vehicle is now undergoing active validation testing on real roads in and around Southern California. Crash testing, durability testing, and software integration testing are all progressing. The goal is to deliver the first vehicle to a paying customer before the end of the current year, and then scale meaningfully into 2027. The Launch Edition vehicle was deliberately simplified to make that first production phase as clean and executable as possible. Early reservations had offered multiple range options spanning 250 to 1,000 miles, various solar configurations, interior choices, and exterior colors. All of that variety was stripped away for launch. The first vehicles rolling off the line will be the 400-mile range version with full solar integration and front-wheel drive. One color, one interior, one configuration. The goal is velocity of delivery, not variety of options. Almost 50,000 reservations are already on the books. The first 2,000 delivery slots were claimed by investors who each put in an average of $22,000 for priority access. That reservation base represents a remarkable pre-built demand pool for a vehicle that has not yet entered commercial production. The community supporting the company extends well beyond reservation holders. More than 1 million social media followers track every development. The YouTube channel ranks as the second most subscribed of any electric vehicle company in the world, behind only Tesla. The capital strategy has been structured to match the asset-light nature of the business model. Rather than trying to build everything internally as legacy automakers do, the company operates as a technology and systems integrator. Key components are sourced from established global partners. LG Energy in Korea supplies battery technology. Yazaki in Japan handles electrical systems. Sherry Automotive in China contributes manufacturing capability. Italian partners assist with the aluminum chassis. That distributed supply chain keeps capital requirements far below what comparable vertically integrated efforts would demand. Since going public on the Nasdaq in October of last year, the company has raised $17 million from public markets and an additional $3 million through its equity line of credit. The total capital plan to reach first customer deliveries sits between $45 and $50 million. That figure is a fraction of what traditional electric vehicle startups have needed to reach equivalent milestones. A $75 million equity line of credit remains largely untapped, providing substantial runway flexibility as the company phases its spending through the next 12 months. Institutional investors have begun paying attention in ways that signal growing credibility beyond the retail community that funded the company's early years. Alliance Global Partners initiated coverage with a $10 price target. Northland Capital Markets issued a $5 target with an outperform rating. Critically, neither firm valued the company the way analysts typically value an automotive manufacturer. Both research reports focused their thesis on the intellectual property portfolio and the asset-light business model. The market is beginning to recognize that what has been built here is a solar technology company that happens to manufacture a vehicle. The solar intellectual property extends well beyond the vehicle itself. Research and development around high-efficiency curved solar glass has opened pathways into adjacent markets. Airport ground support equipment, recreational vehicles, and small commercial electric vehicles are all areas where the underlying solar and efficiency technology translates directly. Fleet operators face a particularly acute version of the charging infrastructure problem. Deploying more than 200 electric vehicles on a single property typically requires the power company to run entirely new electrical infrastructure to the site. A self-charging vehicle eliminates that constraint almost entirely. The extension cord charging capability is one of the most quietly revolutionary aspects of the entire package. Because the vehicle consumes so little energy per mile, a standard household 110-volt extension cord run from a garage outlet can restore approximately 200 miles of range overnight. No dedicated charger installation. No electrician. No permit. No expense beyond the cord already sitting in most garages. For rapid charging on road trips, the vehicle supports the North American charging standard and can go from 0 to full in approximately 1 hour, while paying roughly 1/3 of what conventional EV drivers pay per charge. The team assembled to execute this vision carries genuine weight across automotive, financial, and technology domains. Co-founder Steve Fambro brings deep engineering background from synthetic biology robotics. Chris Anthony brings finance and hardware experience, including a successful lithium battery company. CFO Tom DePaulio has guided multiple companies through public listings including Monster and Ricardo. Head of manufacturing Leon, recruited from NIO and Tesla, scaled NIO's engineering organization from 100 people to thousands. Board members bring BMW, Audi, and advanced manufacturing experience. The bench depth reflects the seriousness of the execution challenge ahead. What is being attempted here is not an incremental improvement on existing electric vehicle technology. It is the creation of an entirely new vehicle category. Self-powered transportation has never commercially existed before this effort. The idea that a vehicle could generate more energy from sunlight than its driver consumes on an average day, making the grid optional rather than essential, represents a genuine paradigm shift in how mobility relates to energy infrastructure. Energy anxiety is real and growing. Grid capacity constraints are real and intensifying. A vehicle that largely sidesteps both problems simultaneously is not just compelling as a product. It is compelling as infrastructure policy. Every journey powered by the sun is the phrase the company returns to repeatedly, and it is not just a marketing slogan built for conference presentations. It is a description of the physical reality already being demonstrated on roads in Southern California right now. Validation vehicles are accumulating real miles. Solar panels are converting real photons into real electrons that move real wheels. The engineering questions that once existed only in computer simulations have been answered in metal and carbon fiber and glass. The road ahead involves execution, capital discipline, and scaling. The foundation underneath that road was built on a question nobody else thought worth asking seriously enough to answer.